Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV, and we want to do another edition of our online interviews now today with David Suda, the CEO of Terra Resources. And of course, we want to talk about the drill programs which were finished and of course the upcoming ones, because this is what makes the company now really interesting. Good morning to you, David. How are you?
Good day. Great to see you again.
Yeah, great to see you. I like the hat, and thanks for sending me one over. I love that.
Yeah, we'll have to get them out into the shops in Switzerland soon.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Maybe we do a Swiss cross on the back also. That would be cool. Yeah, super. Hey, it looks like gold is taking off next year. But before we come to that, you just completed 7,648 meters of drilling at Crestaurum. And I think one of the highlights was like 9.6 grams over 4.5 meters, which is fantastic. So please comment a bit on that drill program.
So that program started August 15th. It was, just as you said, nearly 8,000 meters. And the objective of that program was to take a real shot at, how big is it? Does it run at depth? Is it open along strike? And so that had not been done previously. We didn't hit the kind of grades we'd hoped for on the 4 deep holes, but the structure is there exactly as we predicted it to be. There was gold in all of those assays. So this is there's a lot of variability in grade in the structure. If you look at the way that it was drilled down to 200 meters, there were some extremely high grades in there, but it takes more drilling. We did manage to hit some high grade as we progressed through the program, and we've still got 10 more holes pending. So, we've been happy with that program. It's now open to the south, where we previously thought it was not, because of a fault that was believed to have cut the structure off. But in fact, one of our higher grade hits came from across the other side of that fault. So we're looking forward to seeing what the next 10 holes bring. But we're also very excited to turn our sights to the biggie.
Absolutely. When do you think those next 10 holes will be released?
Well, assay results have been flowing very slowly, but they're going to be coming back through the month of December. So on an ongoing basis.
Okay, so that means like the next 4 weeks, for example. Easy.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. One after the other. Super. That's fantastic. Okay. And as we touched base already also in our pre-talk, I mean, we are both gold bulls. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in the business. And it looks a little bit like that gold has shaken out the weekends. And probably next year, I think especially the first quarter next year, looks like very positive for gold. And as I saw in your news releases, you are also starting now your phase 1 of your 12,000 meter drilling. But this is on the Newmont option claims. So can you give us a bit of an insight? Where do you want to start, and why is it so important now for Terra Resources to do that? And I think this is actually the reason why Gerald Pennington joined the company, right?
Absolutely. The day Gerald joined, he was squarely focused on making an agreement with Newmont so we could explore the Campbell Shear in the southern part of our property. When he did his work with Joe Campbell in the data room, he was just blown away by the potential. So that's what we did. He was like a dog on a bone, making an agreement with Newmont, which we're very proud to have been able to do. And so now we're finally there. We've actually drilled a couple of holes into the Campbell Shear, and so assays are pending for those. And those holes will inform how we target the next series of holes, which we're very excited to begin after Christmas. We'll drill probably around 11,000 meters, and that will take us through this really exciting backdrop, if we all believe as gold bulls in a rising gold price. And I think the volatility tapers a little bit. We go directionally, higher, but it's a buy the dips environment. This is, we're going to give investors an opportunity to participate in a tremendous bull run with news flow that, is squarely focused on what I think is the best target, on our property. It's the Campbell Shear. 5 of the 6 million ounces that was produced at the Con Mine came out of it. And here we are testing the extension of that. So it's a huge structure, and the potential is very exciting for us. Our whole team, kind of because of the unfortunate COVID Christmas has kind of, got a bit of a damper on it this year. Yeah. And so our Christmas is going to come a little later, I think. Maybe our Christmas is going to come in January and February and March.
So that seems to me like that you had already a look on the core. And when I see you smiling like that, as I know you now a little bit already, so probably we have some big fun in January, February on that. That's fantastic. Can you give us a bit more of a bigger picture on Campbell Shear? As you said it already, it's a huge structure. And on that structure, where 5 million ounces already mined out, but this is, of course, not your claims. And what we all know is that the geology tends to continue and not to stop at a border or whatever. And so from that side, it looks to me like, where smoke is, there's fire. And so probably you are on the right trend here, right?
Well, we're on the doorstep of that 5 million ounces that was mined. And look, this is a huge structure. In contrast to Crestaurum, which is very high grade, but sort of smaller and narrower. This is a giant structure. It's been as wide as plus 100 meters in areas. The footprint of it on a long section is a kilometer across and a kilometer deep or more. So you imagine the scale of this target. And our drill program that we have embarked on to explore the extension of that, covers a large footprint. So you start to think about, if you can cover a footprint with a drill program that's, say, half of that, what we already know, then what does that mean? And you start to dream. You really start to dream. And so we've got the cash to do it. We've got the plan for it. We've got a team in place. And as I said, we're just going to keep giving investors opportunities, one after another, as we put out the results from this program. In a rising gold price, we're pretty pumped.
Absolutely. And I think also, if I look at your chart, it looks to me like that again, the stock has bottomed. You have not had like a too much run, like maybe some other stocks, but also now in that correction, you held quite good around the 33-34 cent level. And probably that's the last chance to get cheap in.
I certainly feel that way. We've done a lot of work to put ourselves on this sort of turning point, and I know there's a lot of cliches in the business, but I feel that this is really where the rubber hits the road for Gold Terra. Gerald and I are very excited about what the future brings. Gerald has done a tremendous amount of work. He's working very closely with the team, and I'm not going to put any words in his mouth, but if you go back and look at some of his interviews or the things that he said to you, everybody knows what he thinks this could be. And so let's see that play out.
So that would mean to me a little bit like, as you have joint ventured this with Newmont, let's say you are finding or you are discovering the jackpot. Would you then do that together with Newmont?
We have a very good working relationship with Newmont. I think the fact that our team at a small company was able to work together with Newmont at a time when they're very busy. They've got a lot of horizon to cover. I think it speaks to the potential, right? And so we'll grow our relationship with Newmont as appropriate to both sides. The deal was done in a way that was very amicable, and it's a both sides need to win situation. And when that happens, usually there's a path forward to bigger, better things.
Super, perfect. When we talk about 2021, how much money is left in the bank? Meaning, how many more meters can you drill after those 12,000 meters? You think?
We wouldn't plan to drill too many more meters without adding money, but we're focused on that 12 and the fact that we're more than funded for that. So if you look at our last financials, you'll see with our burn rate and our low cost of drilling, we've actually brought our cost of drilling down significantly year over year, almost by a third. So, money's not an issue for us for a change. The environment, the story, the shareholders that we brought in have put us in a really good position where, now it's time to find gold, and we'll find the money as we go. We'll be just very judicious about share price, right? I know you're a shareholder, right, Johan? I don't want to dilute you any more than I have to.
Well, that would be great. Yeah. Thanks for this. Yeah. Fantastic. So it looks like that we can really await a lot of news flows from you guys, I would say, over the next 3-4 months.
And the most exciting news flow this company's been in a position to deliver. That's for sure. We've set the table with opportunity, and we hope that everybody comes along for the ride.
Super. That's a great final word. Thank you very much, David. And I'm already in, so I'm really along on the ride here. And hopefully a lot of more investors see that interview and check it out and really do something here, because honestly, that's the last opportunity to get cheap into that stock. David, thank you very much. I wish you all the best. Merry Christmas. Stay healthy. That's the most important thing. And also for 2021, Happy New Year. All the best for the year. And hopefully that we see each other in person again.
All the best. Can't wait to see you again in person. It's going to be great.
Super. Thank you very much, David. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was David Suda, the CEO of Terra Resources, and you heard that this was an update, on the completed drill program on the one hand, but the future is bright. The phase 1 of the new 12,000 meter program has begun on the Newmont option claims. The company has the money to do it easily, is also financed for next year very well and very well set up. And what I really like is that we are in front of a lot of news releases, and I have a pretty good feeling that something big is going on here, and with those 12,000 meters, hopefully they get the jackpot out here and find what they wanted to find and to see, and to have Newmont also in the joint venture and as a partner. I think this speaks also for itself. Great team, great company. Check it out. I wish you all the best. Merry Christmas, and thank you very much, and bye-bye from Switzerland.